We have got a little surprise for you.
Really? What's that?
You need to pop back in the fitting room,
Surprise.
slip them on.
Yep.
The scale? Is this a scale?
No.
Bonus garment.
Bonus?
Bonus garment.
Talking about those extra levels of garments.
So you made,
Oh,
you made it.
Birthday present?
Oh, was it? This is it.
There you go. College reflection.
Wow. Well,
College system.
this is a...
Yeah, the W1.
This is a special
What?
treat.
You've lost weight since
Well, did you guys do this just to we're trying to, rebuild my
God,
self-confidence
wasting
or
away,
to destroy it
working
again?
hard.
Wait, walk into the fitting room and back again. It's
See what
amazing,
hard
isn't
worker
it?
he is.
Diet and exercise in the American way. I mean, you don't have any clients losing weight, do you?
Oh, don't start.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you just need to close your alterations business.
We
just
paused
say,
it,
sorry, we don't do
actually.
alterations anymore, but if you'd like a new commission,
We did
you'd look better.
That's what someone said to Dario. He said, oh, it was 70 odd suits. And he said, oh, we'll all alter all these. He said, oh, don't worry. Once we finish these, we'll start on some new ones.
Okay.
It's amazing. I mean, yeah.
Anyway.
Our alteration tailors have been very, very busy the last
So I
few
couldn't have lost
months.
this much weight, but
No.
it's just,
This is probably close to what your first
I think we
fitting
missed you
was.
last time, actually, when you came
Oh,
over
that's
already.
right,
I
yeah.
think,
because we had to have the other set of trousers, the what was it, the brown flannel, and then the bird's eye.
yeah.
Like those had to be taken in,
Yeah.
right? And not just in the waist, but also you
Through
took in through the leg as
legs
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
This needs the same thing. So this was from the old pattern, but you didn't know about it. I think you must have, I don't know, probably run out a bit of time or whatever last time. So
What's nice surprise.
we saved it for this time.
Yes, well,
Your little birthday
this is
treat.
exciting. And it's got I see the Kent Haste 2.0 trouser band.
The 2-inch waistband, which we quite
I see
like.
Dario over there is looking very suspiciously at the waistband. I kind of like it though.
Just interesting.
Do you done much of a 2-inch waistband?
Rarely.
Rarely. We do
How
quite
did this
a lot
come about?
now.
What was the inspiration? I mean, was it a client requested it, and
It
then
was
enough
just
times you said,
a client requested it about 3 years ago, and we thought, oh, it actually looks quite nice, and we started doing it. Then the company said, oh, we can't get that waistband anymore, and then all of a sudden we managed to find it, and we just use it quite a lot now.
okay. And when you say couldn't get that waistband anymore, what is it? Like, is it the trimming that you couldn't find, or?
Yeah, it's the stuff that stuff that goes inside the band canvas.
Okay.
Because if you just put a canvas in there, it just goes floppy and
Yeah.
soft. We like it nice and firm.
Crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so this is, I guess, sold in a roll. You're not cutting that from like a big bolt.
Yeah, I said, well, Siumba knits them at the weekend.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, I watched the telly.
That's a real commitment. That's beautiful. I mean, I like it certainly gives a nice kind of visual presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit different. It's not too bold that it's distracting. It's just a little bit more striking.
Yeah.
You can do the two, because it's a wider waistband, we can do two holes and buttons.
Okay.
for the
And do
head.
you mind if we put a bigger turn up on it as well? Because that's just a standard turn up, whereas you've got the bigger waistband. It would be nicer to have a bigger
Yeah.
turn up
Yeah,
on.
it would tie in nicely.
I love a nice bolt turn up.
Nice
Yeah.
big. We'll do a 2 1/4
Yeah.
on then.
Or a roll up.
A
roll up,
someone calls them. Yeah.
The first time, I mean, I haven't seen like something like this for a long time, but a long time ago, back whenever I was, just getting married. This is forever ago, 15 years, I guess, this year. God bless my wife. I had my dinner suit made with a 2-inch waistband,
Cool.
so that you could wear it without a cummerbund
Like a
and you still
cummerbund.
have.
And did you have the extension band coming round to the side?
No. My tailor at the time wouldn't agree to that.
Oh,
The 2-inch waistband was almost a bridge too far for him, but it's a nice look, especially for that time I was younger, right, and not wanting to necessarily wear a cummerbund. You could still have that visual effect.
Yeah.
So was that satin, was it?
Yeah,
or
satin, yeah.
Satin. Well,
No, it was just satin. It was a plain satin. Nothing like my current dinner suit, right?
Oh, split ottoman.
And again, speaking of phases, right, in some of our last videos, I mean, the number of dinner suits to be going through here was astronomical.
It's
I mean,
quite
it was-
amazing how many we're making. Even today, somebody's having a midnight blue
Really?
dinner suit, mate.
I mean,
That
but
is-
also the variety, because I think
Yeah.
there was, one of our videos, it was whenever I was having, I think it was one of the fittings for mine. There were like 4 different models, all from bespoke clients that we put on the forums to showcase just the variety that you can have.
Well, people
with
want to put
something
their
that's
own-
like a dinner
yeah.
suit.
They want to put their own little
Touch, yeah.
touch
I know.
on
Well,
things.
this is
now.
bespoke,
Yeah.
but they're all, beautiful. I
But
mean,
it's all gone very classic as well now. A lot of people, I should say, very few people have flaps on their dinner jackets anymore. Whereas 25 years ago, everything had a flap on it.
Really, on a dinner jacket.
Side vents, yeah, everything. Now it's all gone very classic now.
Do you do your dinner jackets with no vents?
Yeah, mine has got
Today's
no
one,
vents.
no vents.
Okay. Because traditionally it would be done with no vents
Literally no vents,
Yeah,
and no flaps.
no
Yeah.
pocket flap.
Yeah.
no vent.
yeah. We got one where the guy wanted massive shawl collar,
Okay.
and he realised that's gone a bit too wild. So we're just going to tame it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Take some of the round out.
this
It's
a-
a bit like Siumba's waistcoat, but on a jacket. They're huge, aren't they? Far
Well, it's
too
because
wide.
I'm so tall and
Is that why-
athletic.
yes,
I
that
can
you
have
can
these
get
big
away with it.
lapels.
You
Yeah.
Carry it off, yeah.
Well, can I try this with the jacket just to
Yeah,
see?
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see what it looks like. Yeah.
Because this again is the beauty of an odd jacket.
And this one is a
is-
blue-grey cavalry twill, but it's a little bit finer than the other one. You mentioned it felt a bit heavier. So it's just,
pardon
that's
me.
all right.
Well, once the pockets go in, though, it will feel heavier, won't it? You're going to
Wait a
have a
minute, what's wrong
lighter
with the
pocket in
sleeves?
this as well. Oh, the sleeves fit this time.
What?
It's third jacket, different
Oh,
sleeve.
yeah, come on.
Those shirts are all over the place. aren't they?
Yeah.
Honestly, Stephen, what are you playing at?
Oh, yeah, it actually goes really well with it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very
That's-
nice.
That is great.
Yeah, it picks out the window pane.
Well, yeah, it picks up the blue.
There we go.
Absolutely.
Picks out the blue.
Well, it lifts,
actually.
yeah, it lifts that darker blue on the overcheck and the coat nicely.
What other, what other types of fabrics or trousers would you pair with this jacket? Because again, it's
Flannel.
Flannel,
Flannel,
would look great
okay.
with that, yeah.
what colors would you?
You could do navy, or I'd either
Gray?
match the grey base or go with the navy. Again, you could just match the overcheck, pick out the overcheck.
And how light on the gray could you go before it's too much contrast?
Well,
Would
I
you
think,
stay kind of in the mid to dark gray, like charcoal?
If you go too light, it's then going to start looking like you've got your winter jacket on and
Yeah.
your summer trousers. That's
Yeah.
the problem with that. What would probably look nicer is the browny grey trousers we made
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
First
That
one.
flannel.
House tweed, that would work really well with it.
That was beautiful. I could wear the brown and gray with this.
Yeah,
Really?
easily.
Easily.
Okay. It's interesting. I feel like, browns and grays together, traditionally might be considered, kind of against the basic rules, but
Things different. Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it went with a blue jacket. You would never have done that years
Yeah.
ago, would you?
Well, I've got a beautiful, tweed jacket that has both brown and gray in the weave, so you can take it both ways. But this has no brown, but you'd still do like a dark brown gray.
Yeah,
Would be
it's
fine
a
with
bit
this.
mild,
Much
so
so.
you've got a
Okay.
bit both.
So now I've got 3 different trousers to wear.
exactly.
So many different
Yeah.
outfits.
There
Three
we
looks,
go.
yeah.
Yeah. And what else? I'm just curious. I'm picking your brains for style advice. So we've got these 2 pairs of trousers. We did brown gray flannel,
Could do denim.
denim. Okay.
Would you wear jeans with it?
I don't think so.
It's too much dressing it down, is it?
Yeah. But
Yeah, double-breasted, maybe it will put me off as a good jeans.
What
you
was
could do
jeans,
gray
then?
flannel, of course.
Oh, grey flannel goes.
Yeah.
Pretty much any of the cavalry twills,
Twills.
moleskin, if you
Yeah,
Okay.
whip cords.
brush
yeah.
cotton.
I mean, but something with texture.
Yeah,
Brush cotton
It's
would be
got to have
nice as
texture,
well.
really, yeah. I mean, you could put just a serge, like just a normal.
But the texture gives it a little bit of visual weight that balances the tweed.
yeah,
right? I mean,
exactly.
that's what
yeah.
you're looking for in the
Yeah.
texture of the weave. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't do a worsted trouser. That's like
Well, you could do. There's no reason why you shouldn't, but I'd only keep the dark grey with that
Dark
if I was
grey.
doing that.
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any other way.
amazing. Well, Terry, thank you so much.
Lovely to see you.
Sayumba, always a pleasure. And Dario, good luck,
Thank
with this crowd.
Yeah.
But
Need it.
I can't wait to be back in London. It's really something to look forward to. So this is exciting. And I got more than I bargained for today, certainly more than I deserved with an extra pair of trousers. So that's exciting.
There we go. And they'll be complete with your special lighter pocket
Yes.
next time too.
And this is the best part of a bespoke tailor. It's almost prescriptive, right? Where it's like, you don't ask the client anymore. It's like, it's you telling them what it is you're going to make. And I feel like some of my favorite garments kind of over the years have been something that, the tailor is
Right, a
like,
lot of people do it. A lot of people just come in and say, oh, and then lots of the times they walk out with something totally different to what they thought they were coming in for.
I just like the surprise. It's even better.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, I mean, your taste is certainly better than mine, so I trust that. Thank you.
We're
Thank you
looking
so
very
much.
smart.
And
Thank you very much.
look forward to seeing this come together. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Kirby.
Perfect.
Thanks a lot.
Terry, Samba,
Hello.
so
How
great
are
to be
you?
back.
You well?
Yeah, doing great.
You're back
You
in
know,
London?
Beautiful
Sun's
day.
out again?
Beautiful day here in London. And, you know,
Didn't you
wow.
bring the sun last time?
I think I did. Actually, I've
Gosh,
gotten,
true.
you know, the week before, apparently last week it was like, you know, terrible.
Winter.
Right?
It's
And
amazing.
then here it is summer. And the last time I was here, it was the same thing.
It's
Then I
been
left.
It's been cold all week though, hasn't it, really?
But how's everything? Good?
It's really good.
Trunk shows
yeah.
going okay?
Certainly
Yeah.
are.
I think.
Lots to send as
yeah.
usual.
Aren't you adding cities?
Yeah, adding LA this May in
Okay.
October.
You know, we need to lobby for Dallas. You know, get someone coming by Dallas.
Ooh,
We are
that's got
looking at that,
Dario's
actually.
name
Okay.
on it.
We tried to put it on this trip, but because we slightly got the dates mixed up, and it's Memorial Weekend,
Oh, okay.
and people we want to see in Dallas are not going to be there. So
Yeah.
Dario and I have been talking about when we can fit a Dallas in between the next
I
two
see.
trips.
Yeah. Well, just come to Dallas.
That's
Both
what we're
of you.
going to have
All
to
of you.
do. Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go with them.
Well, it's a lot
3
of
or 4
cities. I mean,
trips a
because
year
there's
is
New
enough.
York, New York,
New York,
LA, Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, LA.
hitting all the,
We'll be moving
you know,
to America
all of the
soon.
hallmarks. I mean,
Get a flat
you
there.
know, why add cities? I mean, you're hitting the best ones. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, add Chicago and Dallas. It's like, yeah. But,
Chicago, yeah, Chicago's. It's funny about Chicago. Yeah, it's. Used
They
to
wear a
do
lot of
quite
clothes.
a lot. It's hit
Yeah.
and miss though.
Yeah.
Chicago.
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, but they
LA's
still
the
dress.
one that's been weird. It's, you know, when I was at Tommy Nutter and Huntsman, it was always very quiet, very quiet.
Are the clothes different, you know, that you're commissioning? You know, the customers are in LA are having made versus those
Yeah,
on the East Coast? More casual or suits still?
Probably a little bit more colourful,
a
isn't
bit
it?
more casual, but it's surprising. You get like they want heavyweight suits. Some people, and you think, "Oh, look at the weather. Why are you wearing a heavyweight
The
suit?
aircon is
It's the air
blasting.
conditioning is.
Yes, well, yeah, it's like that in Texas. I mean, you know, in the summertime, you actually need your heavyweights because there's so much air conditioning.
Yeah.
You know, you don't spend much time outside. You go from one air-conditioned sanctuary to another. But, you know, you really need like a jumper or a sweater.
Yeah.
So
That's
sometimes
bonkers.
in
Or
summer,
an
you go to a
overcoat.
movie, you need to take a jacket.
Take your overcoat with you when you go to
Yeah,
Los
I have to.
Angeles.
I wouldn't be there in my summer stuff. Freezing.
Well, it's an exciting day. I mean, I was just thinking that this is, you know, the double bespoke commission part 2, which is how we began, you know,
Yeah.
with you and John, you know, the incredible garments that you made. And, you know, what an opportunity to film with John. I mean, what a privilege to kind of capture, you know, those final moments before he retired.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't get him in, but he's not well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Well, I mean, he took it all the way, literally, to the you know, the bitter end. You know, I
certainly
mean,
did.
his knees were gone. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
but I think it's a real testament to how much he loved what he did. Right.
I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
You know, he waited so long, you know, to really finally, you know, throw in the towel and retire.
Yeah, he used to tell me that I'd find him dead at his board one day. I said, please no,
No,
John, I
yes.
don't want to be that. I don't want to see that.
Well, but will we keep Terry as long? I mean, is he on the For Life program?
Well, they've already threatened me. Dario,
We
Silva, and
don't-
Molly.
We don't threaten.
Now
We just sort of
what did they
suggest.
say? What did they say? Oh, now we've got Dario. When are you leaving? Oh,
Yeah.
When are you leaving? When are
Well,
you retiring?
You know, you all have moved up, right? So you're now, you know, cutting on
Closest to the
John's
door.
boards.
No.
Are any of his notes
Oh,
on there?
no.
No?
I'm not
Oh,
on
don't
John's
mention
board
the
anymore.
board.
No? Who's that?
Someone's got John's board
Ah.
now. I've got a tiny little space.
What really,
He
it
never
really
whinges
speaks to
about
who's
it.
running the place now.
Yeah,
he never
exactly.
whinges about it at all. All the time.
Yeah,
All the time.
all the time. Well, I don't blame him. I mean, you know, you spend your entire life for that top board, and then
I've moved
someone
down
just
the
comes in
boards.
and, you know, knocks you out of the way. Well,
Yeah, I'll be on a pasting table out in the shop soon.
That's a good idea.
But we're all thankful for
You should
Samba.
shut it as
We're all
well.
thankful for Samba. But you know, we started with this incredible double bespoke commission, and then here we are, part 2. And I think that, you know, as some famous American politician once said, why have one scoop of ice cream whenever you can have two? What's better than, one commission at a time from a place like Kent Haste than two? So it's been a real indulgence, I must say. And there's a little bit of like, I have a guilt of having something, two incredible things made at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think I'll get over it.
You'll manage for me.
I need all the help I can get. So I see them hanging right there.
We've got them there.
Yeah.
Do you want to slip them on so we can have a look at them?
Yeah. Where do you think we start?
Where do you want to start? Suit, casual, or business?
I think we should let the boss choose.
Okay.
Suit.
Suit.
She didn't even
There we are.
hesitate.
There was no hesitation, was there? Didn't even think about it.
No.
Ah, great. All right. Well, let me go slip it on.
Perfect.
Yeah. Can I take it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow. Well,
There we are.
how do I look? I mean, there's nothing that comes
Smarty
out of this
pants.
shop. I mean, it's a really demonstration of tailoring par excellence whenever you can make someone like me even look presentable. And
We charge extra for that.
I do cut
I know,
very
well-
good trousers.
Yes.
I mean, again, he's become the trouser cutter now. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's because Samba's doing all the jackets,
I know.
right?
I know. I have to fight to get in the fitting room now.
I mean,
Yeah,
next thing you
me
know, you're
too.
going to be
Why
basting.
don't you?
I thought he was an alterations tailor.
Yeah.
Here on
Well, it
occasion.
is.
Yeah.
Pad
Well,
stitching for
that's what it
fun.
was. You just saw it.
Yeah, that's true.
But
How do they feel?
they feel great.
Yeah, I think we cleaned up the back a little bit last time.
Yep. I mean, you tell me. Are they okay?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. Okay. Small adjustment. Yeah. You can really feel it in the thighs, right? Where they're draping.
Where it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. But, until you've actually worn a pair of trousers that fit
Yeah.
properly, the idea of comfortable, what does that mean?
Yeah, you don't know what
right?
it means.
I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
And, the way that I could describe it now is, that, you don't feel the trousers at all. It's not,
Yeah, you shouldn't
it's
feel
not
it.
on your
Yeah.
thighs.
Yeah.
It's not, uncomfortable on your waist. I mean, they just, they just drape down and you barely feel the cloth, kind
That's what
of,
it's
you're
supposed
touching.
to
It's
be
like a
all the
cloud.
time.
Well, that's the idea, is to keep it nice and flowing, really.
Yeah.
About too tight where it becomes uncomfortable.
But I think that's an interesting, kind of nuance of the customer journey of like, what does comfort mean? Because if your frame of reference is merely off-the-rack clothing and you've never had bespoke, I mean, there's nothing to compare it to, right? And I think as I've kind of evolved in my journey, slowly I'm really beginning to understand, what fit is, what comfort feels like. And these trousers, of course, the work of Samba are fantastic.
Well, Molly did
really
all the
good, aren't
fitting
they?
on this one, didn't she?
Oh, that's right, Molly. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you, Molly.
That's right.
He just thanks Siumba and then he realised that you done the fitting.
Yeah.
Because I've been gallivanting.
That's right. Well, it's got to take holiday. So, yeah, I don't know. What is the Mr. Haste think?
Well, what we'll do is we'll let them settle down a little bit. We'll try the jacket and let them settle down, see how the length is, because...
Okay.
Have you got a new pocket to try as well in your
That's right.
trousers?
Oh,
Yes.
you've got the lighter pocket.
I
you
hear that,
go.
Kent Haste actually has a specialization in pockets, right?
Oh, yes,
You
yeah.
know, that
Oh, yeah.
you've got, clients that actually, it's like a challenge of how many pockets they can add.
Yeah.
So what was the most recent one?
What, the cigar pocket?
Yes.
The
but
cigar
where?
pocket? In the sleeve.
In the sleeve.
In the sleeve.
Yeah.
We're going to put it with a buttonhole
Okay. It's an interesting,
in the sleeve.
Precious cargo to
I'm
leave
not sure if you'll
otherwise.
damage it if you...
but it might be
Crush
more
it.
comfortable than, in the chest. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. But one of the things I requested was a nice little pocket for my Essie DuPont, the Grand Clean Platinum Dust.
Let's have a look.
And let's see, look at that. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, it covers it nicely,
Covers it.
doesn't it?
I mean, I don't want it too deep because then you
No,
really
you're
have to
going
kind
to
of
get
like
your
fish
hand
it
Yeah, you
out.
just need
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
And
You'll be fighting for it, wouldn't you? if
that's
it's too
perfect.
thin?
And this is solid brass. It's a little weighty, but
Yeah.
but that's why I think having it in the waistband. It's not. I'm not
Exactly,
feeling it
yeah.
in the.
It's
in the
not digging
pockets.
in at all,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. No.
Doesn't dig in.
Well, I mean, you feel it a little bit, but again,
Yeah.
like I think it speaks to the fact that the trousers are spot on perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
An extra half inch right there makes a difference. we'll try to keep that off. It'll be a reminder. You know, start
Yeah,
digging in
yeah,
and cutting.
exactly.
You know, if the weight gets out of control.
That's it. So
Yeah.
the gun pocket we put in the jacket.
Yes,
was it,
yes, the gun
that's-
pocket. Yeah, I need more cigar pockets. You know, it's like it's
And
a
the little
briefcase.
one
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
Plane
airline
ticket.
ticket.
Airline ticket. And what's been your strangest pocket?
I think the gun pocket.
I would imagine that's
Inside.
quite hard to actually do well.
The gun pocket, so didn't notice it, so you couldn't see it. If you physically looked at linings, it didn't look like there was a pocket or anything there at all. It was hidden.
And where was that customer out of?
For England.
England. Really? Okay. It's like protective services or
Well,
something?
no, I think it was just for walking on the fells, probably on his country estate,
Yeah.
shooting,
There you go. If there's any rabid foxes, you know, you need
Or-
you need your pistol.
or certain people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Threat number 254 today. Bring it on.
That's the other way round, isn't it?
Why don't utter threats?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
It's fitted with a tie.
Yeah. Thank you. Sovereign grade tie. Yeah. Available for sale, KirbyAllison.com. Got to keep the lights on.
Can't keep the kids in school.
Yeah, and the kids in school,
And
really.
the double bespoke commissions on the way.
Yes, that's right. The double soak fissions, but we don't talk about those, right? It's why the humidor is at the office, not the house.
Correct.
Right.
Right, how does it feel?
I mean, it feels.
We took a little bit away from here last time. Don't really think I want to take any more away from there because you won't be able to move if we did that anymore.
sprayed on.
Sprayed on, yeah, and it's going to start affecting the sleeves if we take any more away from that now. How
So-
does it feel?
It
Comfortable?
feels great. I mean, again, so speaking back to kind of what does comfort mean,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I don't feel it on the front of the shoulders because
No.
the balance is off. You can kind of really feel
Yeah.
the jacket sitting right here.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess the question is, you know, how's it on the neck? Good?
Well, the neck's nice. We're showing about an inch, which,
Okay.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
go any higher than
No.
that, because you've
Yeah.
got quite a long neck, if you go any higher, it will just slip down.
Really? Okay, so there's a functional limit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had it recently with someone. He kept insisting on bringing it higher and higher. We got it very high.
How
then-
high? I mean, his shirts could accommodate it?
The shirt's good because he wore this like huge stiff collar, about 3.5-inch stiff collar. I mean, it was
Like
huge.
the, you know, was it Paul Lagerfeller? You know?
Yeah, that type of thing. And he just slid down. He couldn't hold it there. That's the problem. Because you're also sloping shoulders as well, same as what I am. And you're never going to hold it up there.
Yeah. I mean, you tell me. I mean, you know, again, you know, for someone watching, right? I mean, what are
Yeah.
the elements that whenever you see a garment on someone, you know, even if it's a poor, you know,
Well, on the double
example
breasted,
like me, you know,
I like to get a little pull on a double breasted because I don't like them too big. So it's always nice to have that, just that little waist pull, which I always think is quite nice.
okay.
Because if you go bigger, to completely get rid of that pull,
Yeah.
it just makes the jacket look good.
Boxy.
Yeah.
On yours, we put the Milanese buttonholes, which probably not very English, but
Oh well.
Well, you know,
we did that. But you know, we give you a
All
bit,
in good
bit
taste.
of chest, so you can put a box of cigars in that pocket, a box of
Yeah.
cigars in that pocket,
yes, very important.
and your passport as well. So there's lots and lots of room there,
Yeah.
but it's not too much, and we give you that defined waistline. So
Okay. I mean, it's really fantastic. Sleeves
Sleeve-
are great.
yeah, we shortened one sleeve last time, so
I think it's perfect. I mean, it's really showing just the right amount.
just showing 1/2 inch cuff, which is just about
Spot
right,
on.
isn't
And
it?
again, you know, there's so much that goes into cutting a good sleeve,
Yeah,
right? If it's, you know, if the circumference isn't correct, you know, it can
Yeah.
grab and catch and then
just
ride
slide
up,
up, won't they?
right? And so, or it can pull, you know, I've seen it before where, again, the sleeve circumference isn't exactly where it should be, and it grabs the shirt.
That's
And
when
so-
the pitch is
and
wrong.
then-
If the pitch is wrong, you're sort of doing that. And
No, but I've had other jackets where like my shirt sleeve won't drop down,
oh, will
right?
it?
Because it's
Oh, it's too
kinda
tight.
being caught, right? This is again perfect,
Mm.
right? It's those small signals that
Yeah.
in
because,
London matter.
yeah, you're not wearing a big watch, are you? So,
No, I'm good. I mean, normal watch,
yeah.
right? Which is a whole nother thing. I mean, if if the variation in your watch sizes is too big, you know, then you run into a problem where, you know, even your bespoke shirts may not fit.
Well, that's that causes problems sometimes. I mean, Stephen is on the shirt side. He has to make the watch side, the cuff bigger.
Yeah.
And sometimes then it slips down or it don't sit
Or
down.
if you're not wearing the watch.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're not wearing a watch, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like, you know, if you're a real big watch guy, you need like, 2 sets of shirts.
Different
for
shape for every watch.
This watch,
For different watches.
Today I've got the swatch on.
Yeah. Well, this is beautiful, I have to say. I mean, as I expected, a masterpiece, but, I may finally be allowed, into some clubs here in London for dinner, as a guest.
Double-breasted dinners.
Now you can go
Because-
out now with the,
Yeah.
the trio. Now you got your dinner.
Because in
You're
London,
double-breasted.
you really get a complex quickly, especially amongst, the set that you run with.
But it is weird though. I mean, if you said 5 years ago, we were not doing double-breasted at all. Nobody was wearing double-breasted. Now all of a sudden, the last 3 years, there's been a big turnaround
Really?
for doing more and more double-breasted.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I think it's a beautiful silhouette. And what I love about London is that you can wear a double-breasted suit and not be made to feel overdressed. I mean, in Texas, if you're wearing a suit, some people, look at you funny.
Oh, do
Right? Yes, I mean,
Well,
really.
that would be too overdressed. In
And a
Texas, wouldn't it?
double-breasted suit like this, I mean, people, really, I mean, it's like
So hide this in the
they're so
office.
underdressed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That you almost make them feel uncomfortable. But in London, I mean, what I love about this city is that you could wear a suit and tie, and I do, every day of the week, and never once are you made to feel underdressed. And really, in Mayfair and in some enclaves here in London, I mean, you really have to be dressed like this, otherwise you
Yeah,
stick
you
out.
can. You could. Yeah, well, you can't get in a lot of clubs, can you? Unless
Yeah.
you've got a
It's
jacket and a
amazing.
tie
I
on.
mean, the average quality of dress here in London is, not where it should be, not where it was decades ago, but still,
No.
compared to the rest of the world, really high.
No, you're not going to be walking around with a bowler hat on and a rolled up umbrella on your arm.
Well,
are
it's
you?
important not to be too costumey,
Yeah,
right?
It
You
gets
know,
too.
and
costumey,
I love a
it's
good
like
hat,
that.
a fedora, but like a bowler, I think, is a little costumey. It's the same thing with the pinstripe trousers. I mean, great for Royal Ascot, but if you walk around the city with pinstripe trousers,
Yeah, I think that.
and like
yeah.
my stroller I originally had made,
Yeah.
with pinstripe trousers. And the problem is it just felt too costumey. It looked like you
Well,
really.
it's, yeah, but you become. I think one of the banks kept it on, didn't they? But they've even dropped it now. I think.
I mean, you blew past being impeccably well dressed, into,
into-
a different territory that I
into a
think,
uniform.
yeah,
Some-
well, mistaken for a doorman.
I was just going to say, some of
yeah.
the clubs still go down that route, don't they?
So should we see what Dario thinks now that we've got, the how would you describe him? The new boss, it's no.
Wow.
How are you, Mr. Allison?
Yeah, nice to see you,
You're
Dario.
well.
Yeah,
Have you
thank you.
noticed I'm nearer the door this time?
Yes.
Yeah,
as
go
well.
on.
Gradually getting to that door.
He's the one that comes in and just, nods.
Puts his little. Yeah.
But what do you think? I mean, I think it's
Mr. Allison, you're looking very smart, as I would
there we
expect
go.
from Mr. Haste.
Well, this is the
Another
best
master.
compliment
Yay.
that one can receive from a tailor. It's not looking
Okay.
good, not looking great, but looking
Smart.
smart.
Well, half of the fittings we do is usually asking questions to people. It's not just looking at suits, it's asking how they feel, asking people to move around just to see, to make sure they can move freely and comfortably.
Yeah.
Even sitting. Sometimes I'll ask people to sit in a coat so I know they're comfortable sitting in their coat with the armhole, etc.
But how do you know they're not comfortable? I mean,
They're
because
sitting
oftentimes
still,
it's like
yeah.
they wouldn't even be able to articulate that.
Well,
'cause-
we talk quite a bit. That way, if you talk quite a bit, you put them at ease, and that way they start to get into a normal stance. Because a lot of people, it's a bit difficult. You see a mirror, first thing you do is bolt upright.
Yeah.
So we've got to get away from that. So
Yeah.
we tend to talk a little bit. I mean, John used to do a classic. He'd tell people to walk up and down the shop a couple
Really?
of times.
okay.
Yeah.
Go and make him a cup of tea.
Yeah, go out and yell at the construction crews. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
It's it's important even when we're measuring somebody, we'll talk to them and we'll try and make them feel comfortable so we can see their true posture. Right,
Interesting.
So we
Yeah.
can incorporate that when we're cutting back.
I mean, what's fascinating to me is kind of all the different layers of the craft, right? Where, you're, doing something that is very important, right? That to the customer is almost invisible, right? I mean, they don't know that you're, of course you're interested in the customer. I mean, that's what I think every single
Yeah.
time I come in,
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
just really enjoy my good company. But really, you're just trying to hurry
That
things
as well,
up and
yeah.
figure out whether or not it fits.
What's his name?
Yeah. I mean, check the pocket. Hold on. Is it written anywhere?
It's
You know,
inside
is
the-
it
will be
inside?
inside, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Look,
There
it's
we are,
actually,
yeah.
it's in there. K. Allison, TH. What does that mean?
Terry
Yeah.
Haste.
Terry
Terry
Haste.
Haste.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Cutters initials
I thought
always
that
inside
was like
the
a,
garment.
customer rating or something. It's like, throw out,
It's so we know who to blame if it is wrong.
Exactly.
and 5/11/24. So this is freshly minted.
It's a classic garment.
Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Well, there's more in store.
Yeah, always fasten the jigger
I mean,
button.
Okay.
Did you see he
That
didn't do
one.
the jigger
Yeah.
button?
Nice
Uh-oh.
try.
Well, you know, now finally adding some double-breasted suit, I need to make sure that it's like I remember to do the jigger button. So
Exactly,
it's not
always.
optional.
That is
it's
so
mandatory.
important. That even if you don't do this button up, you just make sure the jigger button's
Really?
done
Yeah.
all the time.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you could
Some
even kind
people-
of leave that
Yeah,
open.
some people do. Some people just button it there. Everybody's got weird ideas.
Yeah. So what you're saying, Terry, is that the jigger button right here, which is that inside button, is in fact the most important, you could say.
That's the most
Really?
important button out of all of
Okay.
them. 'Cause
And
that
so-
holds the jacket
and so you could leave it-
together. Yeah,
Kind of unbuttoned
yeah.
in the front, right? But then still, and I guess it still hangs.
Yeah, but if you're going to fasten one button, you need to fasten both.
Yeah, I saw you kind of gesture to the bottom button. I mean, could you?
Well, some people do that. They like wearing that. It's become that 80s look again, this very low line. Some people will go for the double buttons and then make us do this very tight so it rolls to there,
Okay.
but have the option that they can actually button it on that as well.
Interesting. So it's like a 3-roll 2.
Yeah, we don't like to button this one up. This
Yeah.
is our favourite button.
Okay.
But as Dario says, technically, if you're going to button up, you should button
Yeah.
both up.
Okay.
But if you want to get more relaxed, just
But properly, right? You'd have the jig button inside, and
Yes.
then the top button,
Yeah.
and then this. You would never
Can
have.
leave that one.
You would never have.
Some people do.
some people button
Some
out.
people do, yeah.
Some
Personally,
people,
I
but
don't
what
like
would
it.
Yeah.
what would you do? In this
I wouldn't do it.
situation?
I wouldn't fasten the
No.
bottom
Yeah,
button though.
okay.
Generally. It's usually the bottom button I would always see as a show button if it's a 2-button
Okay.
garment. So
Excellent. Yeah. But we still have more in store. So this
got
is.
another
Yeah, we
one.
do.
I mean, I could die happy right now, but somehow,
Oh, you wait till the tweed
we've
comes.
been
You'll
able
love
to, revisit. It's the Double Bespoke Commission Part 2.
well, you're
Hard to do.
looking very elegant, and I hope that this will tell people how elegant and shapely a double-breasted jacket can look. Because
Yeah.
there sometimes can be a misconception of that.
No, really. I mean, I think that a double-breasted suit, especially a formal one like this, is peak elegance. I mean, the only thing that could possibly be even more elegant is black tie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or Mo's overcoat.
Or Mo's overcoat.
Excellent.
Did
Well,
he let
great.
you wear it?
In here, yes.
Oh, he wouldn't let you wear it.
No. It wouldn't let me wear it out, right? But
No.
whenever we were filming, I insisted on putting it on. I told him I was trying to run for the door, but
That's
Sandler
amazing,
blocked
that.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, great. Well, let's
Perfect.
try the other one on.
Okay.
Yep. And you're not taking it back. It's I'm able to leave with it. Yeah.
Make it stay.
I mean, I want to wear it out. Yes, I
I should
should.
write the bill up now.
Mm. Always working, always working. It's amazing to me, Terry's ability to, make use out of 2 minutes. I mean,
We've got
and I
no
guess, you'd
choice.
probably
have to.
never get any work done if you needed full
Exactly.
concentration.
We've got no choice. We've got to,
mean,
otherwise.
you know,
It's annoying sometimes. You go and you come back and you think, I just made a stupid mistake.
I can't imagine that happens. That's what Sam is for. She's catching all these, right?
Of course.
Yep. So we've got the little lighter pocket. Great. Slipping that in, disappearing.
Perfect.
But do
yeah.
you want that in when you do the fitting, or you want it out?
No, I can
That's
leave it.
fine.
Won't
Yeah,
make
that's
any
fine.
difference.
But
Shouldn't.
beautiful, waistband. Look at this.
Yeah, I
Tell me
love
what we
this
did here.
waistband.
This is,
The
That's
2-inch waistband.
shop favourite now.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
become a real favourite of all of us.
yeah. I mean, I have to say, I like it.
I've even started putting it on my own as
Really?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
I just
He's
really
making
like
I
trousers.
think all of
again.
them, yeah.
it. I mean, Dario's a little bit too old, unfortunately. He doesn't. You don't have like the 2-inch waistband, do you?
That's an 8.
Yeah. Well,
Undecided.
undecided.
Not
The
for
jury's
you.
still out. It's good. It might grow. I mean, I think it's, again, it's for casual trousers, kind of an interesting kind of detail. Yeah. And again, super comfortable, right?
Perfect.
the
And they're not
fleece,
catching
how-
you in the back
No,
at all, are
They're
they?
not catching you in the seat, no, at all.
I don't think so.
They were catching last time. We took some
I think
away.
Once we.
Nah, you've got to have that room.
What are we
Yeah.
looking for there?
That was just where the cloth was going into your
Okay.
seat, so I just pull
Just pull it out.
just to
Should I
see.
do that in the morning? It's like,
You should do.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Interesting.
And then it sits a
Yeah.
lot nicer, a bit cleaner.
Yeah.
But no, it's nice having the cabby twills.
Yeah. And the length is, I think, perfect. What do you think?
It's good for us. It's fine. You don't feel it's too long, do you?
No.
It's just different tastes.
Yeah.
Everybody's got different
Yeah,
ideas.
I go with what the the
house
consensus is in the house here. It's
We
like I
like
would never
ours long.
override the prevailing opinion.
You should have a little break, especially with the turn-up one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful,
a
what is
roll
this?
up.
Cavalry twill? Is
Yeah.
it?
It's a
But
lightweight cavalry twill.
But it's a
like
very
13
subtle
ounce.
cavalry
It's
twill.
beautiful.
Right? It's not a heavy cord.
Very
It's
fine.
a Holland and Sherry one. It's
Really?
just really, really nice.
Amazing. Yeah.
I think it's become our favourite bunch, hasn't it, really? For
Really?
casual
As soon as
trousers.
people say, I just need some odd trousers, that's
Done.
the one to go
we
to.
just go straight to that bunch. We
Yeah,
keep
I
it
think
in a
that's an
different place.
important, it's one of the virtues of a great tailor, I find, is that they actually do have favorites, right?
Oh,
that
yeah,
they-
we've all
they
got
recommend.
favourites.
But, some tailors would be like, we don't have anything we recommend, but, you're seeing so many things made up, right, that over time, over hundreds of fabrics, you would have to, settle on a few that you just love because of seeing how frequently they make up perfectly.
As you say, we see them being made and finished, and the whole process, and it's really important
Yeah.
for us to give them recommendations.
You want that. That's what I like about, shopping here is it's prescriptive,
The thing
I
with
mean-
cavalry, this is a cavalry twill, but cavalry twill is it's really traditional.
Mhm.
But the heavy ones are just too heavy now, and people want the lighter weight cloths.
Yeah.
And this particular cavalry twill is only 13 ounces, whereas the other ones are like 22 ounces. It's just too heavy for
Really?
people today.
Yeah.
And this just tailors really, really well.
Yeah.
And it's so much more comfortable to wear.
But it still has the weight, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
that it
13
drapes.
ounces is a good
Drape
weight.
It's not like an
Whole
8.5
creases.
ounce,
No,
right?
there is an 8. I think there's a 10 ounce one,
Okay.
but we just feel that's just probably a bit too light. I mean, it's great for hot wear. Probably in Dallas, the 10 ounce one will probably be the more preferred.
Would you wear something like this in summer, right? I mean, as long
Well,
as it's
I
not
would.
too hot.
He runs
Yeah.
cold all year
Yeah.
long.
Like
Be
a
a bit
cool,
lightweight
cool
for Dario.
summer.
He likes that.
Yeah, bulletproof.
He likes his heavyweight cloth.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this? Is that a fresco?
This is that spring ram. So this is very
Ah.
porous, actually. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's an open weave, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's got weight, but it's very open, so it breathes well, but holds its shape.
So it's the same as fresco. It's a high twist.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
my favorite word of the moment is people have been giving me a hard time in the comments of the video.
Have they?
It's, visual texture.
Ah.
It's apparently it's my word of the moment. But one of the things I love about that fabric, and one of the things I like about a fresco, is that visual texture where this is a solid, but it doesn't look flat.
Yeah, it's got a lot of surface interest.
It
hasn't
does give it a bit of depth as well, I think. So
Is
Yeah.
it comfortable to wear?
it is, yeah, very nice.
I've never had one. Because what is it, about 18 ounces, isn't it?
No, it's about 14.
Oh, is it only 14?
Really?
Wow, that's light for you.
Yeah.
I mean, can you still find 18-ounce suiting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Can do. Not so much now, but yeah, it's around still. Yeah.
I couldn't.
Dario looks for them, you see.
Yeah. I think
Well,
he keeps them in
It's
business.
that bulletproof drape.
Yeah.
The suspense is killing me. Staring at this beautiful jacket.
Well, I tell
May
you what
I?
I'm going to do. I'm going to give Dario the honour.
Oh, really? that is an honour.
Yeah. Well, the honor is mine.
That really is an honour.
And look at
There
this
you go.
lining.
So if it
Goodness
don't fit, we'll
gracious.
blame Dario.
I see now.
I'm not stupid.
I mean, look at the beautiful. I mean, this is.
It's that
This is
Chelsea
gorgeous.
blue
Oh,
lining.
it's
you
funny.
Is it?
picked
Oh,
in.
right.
Actually, be Chelsea.
And make sure I
really.
button the jig, right?
there we go, the jig
Because I know
button.
how to wear a double-breasted jacket
That's it.
now.
Exactly, yeah.
But this, I mean, it feels heavy, right? But I guess what's the weight?
16 ounces.
Okay, well that's
So,
for an American that's heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear in-
yeah.
What did we just add? 11, 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Scabal one we just
Okay.
tried on was 11, 12. So when you go to a 16, it feels heavy. We see people coming in the summer wearing these.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
But
It's
mind you,
beautiful.
It's cold here in
Look
the
at
summer,
this.
so it's probably
Yeah.
why.
Molly's got her summer tweeds as well.
yeah. What we did with this, I mean, part of the idea with this particular jacket was that it could still be worn in London,
Yeah.
as kind of a city tweed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Very
the
much so.
conventional wisdom would be that you wouldn't wear tweeds in the city except on the weekend. Otherwise, they'd be reserved for the country. But, a smart tweed jacket like this that, has darker kind of colors and no browns and oranges
Yeah.
and yellows,
Yeah.
right, could be pulled off here in London,
Oh, yeah.
even for dinner.
Oh, you could easily wear this for dinner now. That's the beauty with this type of thing. People they want to go for greens and browns, and we say, well, really, it could look like it's a city.
Yeah.
That's country tweed.
Country tweed.
So you want to keep away from
Yeah.
it. This is one of my favourite colours as well.
Yeah. what do you think? That's like, if the three of you opposite staring at me, I don't know.
Well, we just
It's like I'm starting to,
Yeah.
I'm feeling the,
Pressure, the beam.
the lasers. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Scrutinizing.
critiquing you. We're looking at the garment.
Oh, well,
It looks it, yeah.
that's a lost cause. I mean, it's like, we've lost that a long time ago. I mean,
But yeah,
it's
go.
almost a shame, for the clothing. I mean, it's like, I'm no Tom Chamberlain, but, I'm moving in that direction now that I finally have some double-breasted garments. But what do you think? I mean,
Yeah, we'll have to get Tom in one so you can both wear it the same day.
I mean, there's no back belt, right? So
No.
again, I'm
That's
not allowed
true.
his privileges.
That's true.
Um,
Lovely shaping.
Oh gosh, look!
Sprayed
I
on.
mean, this back, it's beautiful. Really, you need to see it.
Very
Yeah.
elegant. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, this is-
following the shape
You need
of
to
your
look at it on camera.
back.
Yeah, and the sleeves, again, I mean, look at how those are hanging.
Yeah, they're absolutely.
And that
beautiful.
heavier weight cloth, I mean, helps it, really accentuate even further the
That's why
the
Barry likes the
shape
heavyweight cloth.
of the sleeve, because there's, I mean, with a lighter weight cloth, you can still get a little bit of wrinkling that is just
Yeah.
inevitable.
You can. It's,
But
yeah,
something
it's-
like this, I mean, it's like bang on perfect, and it's just,
Looks very clean.
just stays
this is great.
as you want it
Beautiful,
to.
isn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Now
Well
you can,
done. Well done.
Very good.
Cinderella
lovely.
can go to the ball.
Well, and it's a window pane. So again,
Yeah.
I think this is the first garment that I have with a kind of bolder pattern.
Oh, is it?
'Cause the first two, I mean, we did the house, the house tweed, right, which is the basket weave. I love that, which is now in a gray also, right? But you did it in the blue and tobacco, really.
We're just
beautiful.
looking at in green as well.
I mean, to call it
putting
a
that
tweed,
together.
I think in some ways misrepresents the fabric because again, it's one of these formal tweeds, that you could wear in London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a country tweed. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite house tweeds. We did the nailhead? Or what was
That's
it?
what we just done.
So what was the other one of John?
Bird's eye.
The bird's eye. Sorry, I always mix those up. So we did,
Same as you.
house
credit bar
tweed,
one.
the bird's eye, right? Then we did the beautiful linen suit, right? My little Cuba suit, which I love. It gets so much use there. We did the tuxedo, right?
Oh,
And
I
then here we
forgot
are.
that one. Yeah, tuxedo.
I know. And this is the first window pane.
Yeah.
Right? The first.
Ooh,
Seems to
And
be
I-
an overcoat missing there somewhat. wasn't
Yeah, that seems to be the thing missing from the wardrobe. Yeah.
Okay, well, the proper London overcoat.
There we
Yeah.
go.
As I said, it's a prescriptive experience here.
Yeah.
Let me know what's missing.
And then we
Yeah.
can move on to the more formal garments as well.
But what do you, I mean, so in talking about window pane, again, there's a lot of work that goes into the creation of a garment like this at
Yeah.
this level, right, at Bespoke. What are the things that you're looking for in the pattern matching to know that this has been done right?
Well, I think what people don't realise is it's not just the matching of the checks, it's the placement of them as well.
Okay.
So you've got to, I mean, it was always taught to me as tasteful tailoring. I don't know, that was always thrown at me as a youngster. So it's just about, I saw somebody recently cut a very bold check on a pair of trousers. And the way they'd placed the check on the trouser, it was almost like a big arrow pointing to the crotch when it was finished off. So you've got to watch out for things where you put
Yeah,
the check.
whoops.
Yeah,
Giving
exactly.
Terry
Yeah.
inspiration
So-
for his next trousers there.
But yeah, so it's you got to think a lot about
With
where the
pajamas.
checks,
Look at me.
where the checks are going to be, as well as matching them up on
Yeah.
the seam.
So, but looking at this, I mean, where is it, you'd say that's right. I mean, if I
we
may
look
ask you
at
to actually
things
point
like
it out.
This dart really
Yeah.
needs to be in line with the neck point.
Okay.
The checks obviously match there, going through there. I personally don't like to see the check on the bottom, so I like to see a gap before you see
Okay.
the check. I can't stand
Yeah.
seeing the check right on the bottom.
Running.
Looks like you've got a line going around the bottom of the coat.
Yeah.
So the matching the checks on the sleeve and the body,
Mhm.
we actually always cut a little bit different
Yeah.
just in case we deepen the armhole.
Okay.
Again, the pockets out to breast well
Mhm.
and the flaps,
No, I didn't say I
even
said,
with the dart cut in and the body
Okay.
cut, we just match it as best as
Because
possible.
the fabric here on the
That's what I
pocket is
don't
cut on
it
the
seems like pretty
different direction,
universal.
right?
Yeah,
So
and
that's
because-
why it doesn't match.
Exactly. We match the front. It's like, as you can see across here, but here it's impossible because we've taken a huge chunk.
Okay.
If you look at the distance
Mhm.
there and there. So it's impossible to match that unless you're
Yeah.
putting a seam in the pocket, which we
No,
wouldn't
wait
do.
till-
And the
Finished.
check's matching kind of right here,
Mhm.
but then as the sleeve goes down, I mean, how much should that also kind
Yeah,
of
it
align?
depends because it's how you're standing. That's why we do these little chalk marks on the pocket, or the pocket should be of how
Yeah.
your natural stance is. And then again, when we were talking about earlier, talking to you just to relax you so you actually hold your arms as they should be.
Mhm.
So it just disappears and it's more subtle.
Yeah.
we can spend, I mean, on the Prince of Wales check, we spend ages
Yeah,
deciding
checking
where
where-
the check's
Really?
going to go,
Even
where
where
it's
the
not
centre
going
back goes,
Mhm.
it's all,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was it? I totally lost.
What, the Prince of Wales check?
Yeah.
When we're cutting a job out, not just one or two of us, but we all get together to decide
Yeah.
exactly where to put the check. Because on this one, it's obviously goes in the middle of the check.
Yeah.
If we was to do it on the blue check, you'd have a great big swathe of grey
Okay.
running down
Yeah.
it, and it would look awful. And if you get it in the middle of the brown, you can bring two Prince of Wales checks together, and you've got this massive big.
Yeah. But all this work is done in the cutting, right?
Yeah, it's
so
all
it's
done in
as
the
you're putting the
cutting.
pattern on the fabric
Striking.
that you're taking
yeah.
into account all of these details. But all that work is being done as you're laying it out.
Yeah, that's
And
the
the
most important
striking,
part.
yeah.
Really? How much extra, how much more time would you say that you spend? I mean, it varies, but
Yeah,
you're spending, half an hour,
Well, on the check?
yeah.
yeah, about
I
an
mean,
hour.
just thinking and pondering
Yeah,
kind of the
because you can't
placement.
plonk it in the
Yeah.
usual sort of formula. You have to make sure they match, and then we raise the sleeves to allow for deepening the armhole at the fitting and all those little elements together. You might
Yeah.
think, right, I've got it. Hang on a minute, that part is out. Start again.
Huh. And have you ever, basted something up and been like, bloody hell, like that doesn't work? I mean,
Yeah, we just get a new floor part, a new piece then.
Yeah.
If it don't work, it don't work.
Yeah.
We don't muck about and think, try and get it out, just try and get
Yeah.
out the door. We're not really like that.
yeah,
Our way is if it's not happening, we'll just get another piece.
yeah.
And we
Well-
make a classic one is someone in New York, he didn't like the position of the outbreast, although he told me exactly where he wanted it at a fitting.
That's what happens when you listen too much to customers.
Yeah. So we ended up, he said, what can we do? Let's just got another length, put a new front in.
Yeah.
There's no point, he's never going to like it.
So you had to redo the breadth. I mean, you just took the front out and recut it. And I guess you can still reuse all the trimmings and the canvas, right? Can you
No,
do
no,
that?
No,
new
it's
canvas.
You had to
gone now.
recanvas it.
We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't recycle those.
Well, this is the beauty of a great bespoke tailor. It's commitment, even through customer, sabotages. Yeah. Well, this is fantastic. Can we take a look at, we had a surprise pair of trousers.
Yeah, the bonus trousers.
I think it was, again, prescriptive.
Yeah, this
right?
has got more prominent cavalry twill, which is really
This
nice.
is a
That's
slightly
my
heavier
favourite.
Cadbury twill.
Okay, so this
Still
is,
go with it,
quite
slightly different
similar,
colour.
different. I mean, still a little bit of a different blue, but again, it shows that heavier cord, right?
Got a heavier rib
This
on
is
it.
my
Okay.
favourite of the bunch.
Really?
This range, yeah.
Same
And then-
bunch, isn't it?
We
No,
did
but
this,
the wider Cadbury
Yeah.
stripe.
and it has the alternate fronts.
It's just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Huh. Can I try these on
Do you
real
want to
quick?
slip them on?
Yeah.
See how we look?
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, another fantastic pair of trousers.
There we go, the
You know,
bonus pair.
Hats off to Molly. you know?
Yes.
Well, we're bringing Molly. in
Ah,
there we
first.
go.
We haven't seen
Ah,
that.
here we
Just
go.
to prove
Bravo,
she's still
bravo.
there.
What do you think?
It's like the football match last night.
Yeah. Which we got stuck in.
Shouting Chelsea though.
Don't get stuck in Fulham, during a football match.
I
Never
will
get-
cut
never
them.
I
make
wouldn't
it back.
dream of it.
Yeah, they look lovely, don't they?
Yeah. I mean,
4 pleats.
Got the lighter pocket in that one too, we didn't forget.
excellent,
them on all of
excellent.
the-
Yeah, it's on your pattern now as well.
Yeah,
so
no,
for
right side. Lovely. We've got a
Yeah.
decent break.
Decent
not
break.
catching you in the back.
Yeah. How's it? I don't know what's.
But we cleared it a little last time, didn't we? It's not Thursday.
No more than Friday.
I think you need clearing a bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sure.
Or is it just pressing?
No.
No, I think it needs clearing.
Pins here in that tub.
Pardon?
Pins in the pot.
No, don't want pins, do you?
Yeah, like Terry and Shumba said, we're just going to clear it a touch on the seat.
Okay.
Might also be a bit thin, we can get rid of
Might
it.
fit
Yeah,
in late, but it
just
seems to be
stretch
just
or
laying
trim
there,
it.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Thank you.
I mean, it doesn't come out of here if it's not perfect.
No,
No,
not on our
exactly.
watch.
It's a nice quick
Yeah.
alteration.
Can I put the jacket on? See what the jacket's?
Yeah.
Anything?
Of course.
I don't know how you get on with all this banging.
I just zone it out like we do to each other, really.
Yeah. We were talking about it on the way over here as to whether or not we thought it was going to be better because they were finished with all the excavation.
They're not.
Because you remember the
finished. They're
jackhammering for
not.
the longest time was,
Oh, yeah.
impossible to film around.
Yeah, have you also got the building on the end?
I had them over here
Behind us, next
last
door.
week complaining about, this is going on. They said, it's going to be ready next May. I said, not in your lifetime is that going to be ready next May.
Well, you might be surprised at how quickly it finishes, but
No, not a chance.
Yeah.
We sent Siomba around, didn't we? To have stern words with them.
That was with the scaffolders behind
Oh, that
us.
was the, yeah.
is that what the crate of tomatoes are for at the door? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
How do
I
you
mean-
feel? Do you like it with as the little ensemble together?
Yeah.
I
You'd
think
wear
it's
it
like the
together, yeah?
darker blue and the check, which
No,
is
no, no.
nice.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a navy. I mean, it's, you know, what's interesting is that, I mean, at a distance, you know, it registers as a solid navy, right? But then whenever you're looking at it up close, again, you've got that visual texture. The word of the month,
Exactly.
right?
Surface interest.
That gives it, you know, dimension, right? And it's not a navy, it's a blue and a black.
Yeah,
right?
that's the
That
thing
at a
with Cabra
distance
twill,
blends
isn't
and it
Yeah.
makes it look like a dark navy. But I like, you know, I kind of like the play on that, right?
What the texture? Do you
Yeah, the
like
texture,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it's all about, isn't
I
it?
think that's what makes it
really?
interesting,
Yeah.
right? Because I suppose I could wear this with a simple solid pair of navy trousers.
Oh, of course you could.
Yeah,
right?
easily.
I mean, maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Would it be too much like suiting? I mean, suiting with an odd jacket? No?
No, I think you get away with it, no problem. Yeah, it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
I know it was always John's massive hate. He would say you can never wear navy trousers with casually
Okay.
with
yeah.
anything.
Well, you know,
But
John
I
knew what
mean,
he was talking about, but
I wear.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I wear navy trousers.
I guess because it's like it's an old jacket, isn't it? It'd be
And you've
different
got-
if it was more of a suit jacket.
And you've got blue in your coat
Yeah.
as well, so it makes perfect
well,
sense.
and we have gray. So I mean, you know, the same in gray trousers,
Yeah.
flannels,
Yeah.
right? I mean, a lot of possibilities, which I look
Oh,
forward to.
just yeah,
Putting to
countless
great use.
possibilities.
The
You
first pair of flannels we made you, that beautiful Fox's one
the
that's sort
chocolate.
of
go with
a warm.
oh,
Would
great.
that go
brown.
with this?
Yeah.
No. You think so?
Yeah, it
really?
will.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, of course it will. Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
dark brown.
Well, it's kind of like
Yeah.
grey heathery, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I wouldn't have thought.
There you go.
This is what I love. You know, it's pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, I want to expand your wardrobe.
Yeah, well, but also giving options, right? I mean, it's the versatility of it. I think is one of those other elements of a good fabric choice, right? Well, I'm truly spoiled here. I can't tell you how much I'm in love with these garments. I mean,
Good.
I'm
That's
gonna,
what we want to
you
hear.
you know,
I'm
I'm gonna
impressed
have to
as
walk
well.
out in one of these.
Suited and booted. Which
and
one will it
you know,
be?
I'm wearing them to dinner, and I'm going to see where it is I can sneak in. You know, just walk through the door. I mean, you know, a great suit really does make you feel like $1 million. And as I say, you know, it's like in the YouTube, maybe there's a little bit of fame, no fortune yet, but I'm working on it.
You're working hard on that one, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very well.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I mean,
Thank you.
You know, really, I mean, it's an incredible gift of quality craftsmanship and tradition, and you know, it's a privilege to wear this, and it's a privilege to be able to film with you. So thank you for
No, it's
continuing
lovely.
to allow us through the doors. I'm still waiting for the
Love
day
it.
where it's like, you know, the door's locked. You know, Sambo walks up and
Just
you know,
waves.
changes the sign and says closed and walks off.
Yeah.
Well, Molly, thank you.
No, you're very welcome.
Terry,
Thank you, Kirby.
Samba,
Thank you.
pleasure. And, you know, I'm going to be walking around London with a big smile on my face.
There we go.
Says it all.
Enjoy.
Perfect.
Thank you.